Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back. In today's video, I want to be showing you guys the 2 ways that I tie in a peep sight. So, let's get right into the video. Alright, so this first method, we are going to use 2 strands of serving. It's about a foot to 18 inches long, and you're going to take 2 of them. And so this method, Bomar Archery uses this one. He's got another good video on it, but I'm going to show you guys how to do that here. So, switching to this camera, what you're going to do is you're going to take the serving, and then you're going to do just like you do your shoelaces, and you're just going to do overhand knot, and you're going to do 3 of them, but you're not going to tighten it down. So there's 2, there's 3. So you got that, and then you want to make the strands as even as possible. So that's pretty close. Alright, so that one, your knot is going to be on the top. So that's what that's going to look like. And then we're going to do another one on the bottom. And just going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. What you're going to do this time, so you can pull it tight. You can pull it and get them sort of close, but what you're going to do with this one is you're going to flip it to the back side, and this one's going to go low. So it's going to go on the bottom. Alright, so just like that, we'll put it on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten both of those down. Pretty snug, not super tight. So now you notice here we have 4 different pieces. What you're going to do is you're going to take the top strand. So this would be your top right strand, and you're going to take it and you're going to put it on the bottom side, and you're just going to make a half hitch. So what I do is I come in from the bottom, and then just gonna pull it through like this. So remember, this is the top strand going along the bottom. So I'm gonna do the same thing, come up through, and then pull it. That's a half hitch, and tighten it down. Do the same thing. So that's 3. So you can do this as many times as you want. I'll probably do 10 times, 12 times. There's 4, 7. Alright, so I actually like that length, so we're gonna leave it like that for now. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this bottom strand and you're gonna go on the top strand. So just like that. Same thing, come up from the bottom. There's 1. There's 2. 3. And 7. So 7 times on the bottom, 7 times on the top. And then we're going to do the same thing. So just on the other side. So we're going to take this, the top strand. We're going to go along the bottom. I'm going to come up through the bottom and make a half hitch. And we're going to do 7 again. Alright, there's 7 there. Then once again, we're going to take the bottom strand and go up through the top. So same thing, up through the bottom and through your loop. 1. Alright. So there you go. So now that is 7 times on each one, and it's just a bunch of half hitches. But if you notice, if I try to move this, it is not coming undone no matter what I do. So this is a really good way to tie in a peep for hunting. If you're going on an out west trip or anything. There's no top knots here or here. So what you're going to do then is you're going to cut each strand off, just like that, and then you're going to grab a lighter and burn them. So you're going to burn each corner. But that is the gist of what this one looks like. And this is the strongest way to tie in your peep. Like I said, if you're going on an out west trip or just hunting season, you have everything dialed. Do not tie it in this way if you plan on moving just a little bit. So I wouldn't recommend this for target archery as much. But it is a very solid way to tie in your peep. So now on to the next way. Alright, so for this next way, what you're going to do is you're going to grab a piece of serving, probably about 1 foot long, just so you have a little bit extra to work with. So you're going to have that piece, and then you're going to cut another short piece, probably about 5 or 6 inches long. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold that in half. So you're going to make this loop here, and then you're going to roll your fingers down and you're going to pinch it. So it's just like that. And then you're going to set that aside, and we'll start serving. I'm going to start with the bottom knot. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab like 1.5 inches to 2 inches of tag end, and you're going to lay it on the string facing up, like towards your peep is the easiest way. And you're going to start wrapping around that tag end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll start with 8. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your tag end here, and you're going to put the loop side, you're going to put that the same way as your tag end. And then you're going to serve around that. So try to keep your tag end and that extra piece together. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have this loop here. And so what you're going to do with that is you're going to take your tag end that you were just wrapping with, and you're going to stick that through the loop. And then see here we have 2 extra tag ends of that little loop, and then you're just going to pull it, and you're going to see it's just going to pull through just like that. And then you're going to go tighten up the knots just a little bit and slide it up to where you want it. So I'm going to want it about there. And then you're going to take a pair of pliers. I've just got these little ones here, and usually I pinch it and then roll it around, and you're going to pull that knot tight. Do the same thing with the other side. As you're pulling, you're going to watch the knots sort of turn and really get dug in to that string. So there, that is the bottom knot, and now we're going to do the same thing on the top. So you want to save that loop. So you want to save this because we can reuse that. And you're going to take off another chunk. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing but on the top now. So lay your tag end up the string, start wrapping around it. So I'm doing 8 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that. And then you're gonna grab your same little tag end piece there, right here. Lay it the same way as your tag end that you were wrapping over, and you're gonna wrap over that as well. I'm gonna do 6 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm gonna put it through this loop, just like that. And then I'm gonna take the tag end of the loop, and I'll zoom in on this here for you. You're gonna take the tag end of this loop and pull, and it's gonna pull right through, just like that. Then sort of tighten up the ends there, and then slide it down, and you're gonna pull. Try not to overlap any of the wraps there. So grab your pliers, and you're just gonna pull hard on that knot, and you'll watch the knot sort of tighten up. Each strand is gonna start twisting. Alright, so we got that one done as well. So with this top knot being a little bit far up the string, I want to slide it down just a little bit, but with it being so tight, I can't. So this little trick, take a little piece of D-loop, and you're just gonna wrap it around like this, just like that, and then the bow's not very stable here, but you're just gonna pull tight and push it down the string, and there you go. You can see it moved. And then what you're gonna do, take your razor blade, cut each one of these little ends. Alright, just like that. And then you're gonna burn each one of these tag ends here. Push the knots down, just makes it look a little cleaner. There we go. Now you're gonna take one last piece of serving, doing about that long. Let's see, doing about that big of a piece. And this one, you're just gonna wrap it around your peep sight itself. And I'm just gonna do one wrap because there's not that big of a groove in this peep sight to go multiple wraps. So just do an overhand knot. Make sure it's in the groove in the bottom. Tighten that, and then you're gonna make a square knot, which is the same overhand but the opposite way, and tighten that down so it'll look like that. And then I'm not even gonna cut these, I'm just gonna straight burn them. If you really want it to look clean, you can just cut those, but sometimes when you cut them, the knot's gonna want to come undone a little bit. Now I'm gonna slide this bottom knot up just a little. There we go. And there you have it, your peep sight's tied in. This is the way I'm gonna leave it, because you can slide it up and down a little bit. But it's not going to accidentally budge. So I'm going to fine tune it a little bit, find the sweet spot, and then possibly tie it in the way I did in the beginning of the video. But for hunting, I'll definitely run it the first way. Yeah, so that is the 2 ways that I tie in a peep sight. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment what you guys want to see next. If you have any questions, drop them down below. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.